What's up everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. Hope you're having a good day, and welcome to another Pokemon Go deep dive video. Today, we are going to take a close look at the water and ground type Mega Evolved Pokemon, Swampert. Without question, this is one of the best Mega Evolutions currently in the game, and there are a lot of reasons for it. I'm going to be talking about all of this in this video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright, so with the introduction of the Hoenn Starter Mega Evolutions, we've seen tremendous changes to our gameplay, especially in the area of raiding. Before they were added into the game, we didn't have overly amazing grass type, fighting type, water type, and ground type megas that we can rely on. Well, all of that changed once the Hoenn starters were able to Mega Evolve. I've already covered Mega Sceptile in a previous video, and talked about just how much of a game changer that Mega Evolution has been. But now, I want to switch gears and talk about another of the Hoenn starters. Swampert is notorious for being one of the best Pokemon for PvP, yet you don't ever hear it brought up in the conversation of best raid attackers. While it does have potential with its decent attack stat and move pool, it often gets overshadowed by other water and ground types that are available. Well, that all changes with the introduction of its Mega Evolution. What was once a mediocre raid attacker is now suddenly the go-to Mega Evolution for both water types and ground types. If you want to boost up the damage of either of these types, you will for sure want to go with Mega Swampert. While other Mega Evolutions with these types might have higher defense, Mega Swampert has a much more well-rounded stat line that could prove to be a lot more effective. In order to best understand this, let's go over Mega Swampert's details. This Mega Evolution is a water and ground type Pokemon. These types complement each other so well that Swampert only has one type weakness in its kit. That is, of course, grass types. However, this one weakness has double effectiveness against it. As long as you don't get hit by a grass type attack, you are pretty much going to be dealt only neutral or resisted damage. Speaking of which, Mega Swampert has resistances to electric, fire, poison, rock, and steel type attacks. This is key to know because raid bosses with these types are typically the ones where you will want to bring Mega Swampert. That means you'll be able to survive more charge attacks, thus keep this Mega longer in battle, allowing you to have the Mega damage bonus last longer. Next, let's go over Mega Swampert's base stats, because I firmly believe this is what makes this Mega Evolution so good. Mega Swampert has a base attack stat of 283, a base defense stat of 218, and a base stamina stat of 225. While it may not have as high of an attack stat as Mega Sceptile, it makes up for it with a much higher defense stat. This well-roundedness makes this Pokemon so good for raid battles, as it can deal a sizable amount of damage while also lasting longer in battle. Something that gives Mega Swampert an advantage over Mega Sceptile is of course the extremely powerful pool of moves available to it. In terms of its fast attacks, Mega Swampert can learn either Mud Shot or Water Gun. Both of these attacks deal the same amount of damage per second, and the one you should use is going to depend on the raid boss you are going up against. However, Mud Shot does generate a lot more energy than Water Gun, so if you're using Mega Swampert for neutral damage, then you will for sure want to go with Mud Shot. Now in terms of Mega Swampert's charge attacks, it can come with Hydro Cannon, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb, Muddy Water, and Surf. Hydro Cannon is of course Swampert's Community Day exclusive move, so you will only be able to get it by using an Elite Charge TM. But Hydro Cannon is the hardest hitting water type attack in Mega Swampert's arsenal. It is definitely worth using that Elite Charge TM. I would say the most ideal moveset is Mud Shot as the fast attack and Hydro Cannon and Earthquake as the charge attacks. Like I mentioned before, you can switch out Mud Shot for Water Gun if the raid boss is weak against water, but considering the high amount of energy that Mud Shot generates, you might be okay just going with Mud Shot and spamming Hydro Cannon. This would only work in theory if the raid boss is not resistant to ground type attacks. Otherwise, I would for sure go with Water Gun. So yeah, with the moveset available to Mega Swampert and the well-rounded base stats, this Mega Evolution is going to be top tier for any raid boss that is weak against water or ground. The potential damage per second output is high enough where Mega Swampert will be the absolute best water type raid attacker for the time being. Believe it or not, Mega Swampert even beats out Primal Kyogre with Surf. However, that could all change if Primal Kyogre ever learns its signature move, Origin Pulse. I know I mentioned in my Mega Sceptile video that it was my new favorite Mega Evolution, but to be honest, Mega Swampert is going to be so much stronger by comparison. In terms of rating, having enough energy for this particular Mega Evolution is going to be crucial, as it will trivialize pretty much any raid boss that is weak against water or ground types. You really need to make sure you cap out on as much Mega Swampert energy as possible. This also goes for Team Go Rocket battles and gym battles as well. Mega Swampert could be the difference maker against some of those Team Go Rocket leaders, especially Arlo and Cliff. Since both of them run Shadow Pokemon that are weak against water and ground, you should have no problem at all if you bring Mega Swampert. One final note that I think is extremely important for Mega Swampert, you will want to make sure you level up its Mega Evolution level because of the various bonuses it will provide. Later, when we get to the Hoenn Tour event, we are set to have a bunch of Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon raids. Well, Mega Swampert is going to give you a candy bonus for both raids since it shares a type with each of them. That's going to be pretty crucial if you're looking to farm up candies for both of those legendaries. Since getting regular and XL candy for legendary Pokemon is so difficult, getting those additional candies will not only make your life easier when maxing out either of those Pokemon, but it will add more value to your raid passes as well. That's something to consider, especially because there will likely be primal raids happening around the clock during that event, and the lobbies are likely going to fill up. Of course, if you don't live in a highly populated area and you need the extra damage, I would probably go with Mega Sceptile instead, as it will be super effective against both Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. But yeah, Mega Swampert is an absolute beast. The fact that it can out DPS even Primal Kyogre is not something you should ignore. Overall, this is one you should invest in, as it will be future-proof for a long time. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know down below if you have been using this Mega Evolution. How impactful has it been for your raids? Let me know down below and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then be sure to check out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.